Hey friends, Paul Frazier here, and it's been a couple of years since I made my first video, which you may have already seen on YouTube. I never intended when I made that video for it to become such a huge part of my real estate career, but it's been pretty incredible because people from all over the world have contacted me who are looking into moving to Bend, Oregon. So it's been a couple of years, I think, since I made that first video. I wanted to follow up with another video and address one of the real concerns and questions that not only do people ask me, but that people ask in a lot of the social media groups like on Facebook, that kind of thing. And that is, how are people being welcomed to Bend? People that are moving from California or other places too, but it seems like there's more people from California coming to Oregon because it's easy. I came from California myself, so I understand that transition, but I think a lot has changed over the 22 years that we've been here now. When we first came here, Bend was a much smaller town, and it felt like a much smaller town as far as the mentality of the people here. I grew up in a really small town in California, up in the hills. Just because you're from California doesn't mean you're from a big city. I grew up in a really small town, about 800 people up in the Sierras. And so I understood that small town mentality. I grew up with a lot of that. And I didn't really want to go back to it. When we came to Bend, seems like it was about 40,000 people all together. Now it's probably 100,000 people. But interesting thing is that even though Bend still really does feel like a small town in many ways, as you probably already know, it has many big city features. Like, we have great restaurants, we have great activities, outdoor stuff. People are coming from all over the place to experience the lifestyle of Bend. Really, that's what it's all about. But the thing about how welcome people will feel here, Bend is not a very diverse place. It is mostly a white community. Let's face it. I mean, I wish I could say it was a little more diverse. I know there's a lot of opinions on that. My feeling is that, look, regardless of what your religious beliefs are, regardless of what your position is with whether you're conservative or not, Bend is a place where a lot of people are coming, and we are getting along together. I think there's a pretty diverse group of people here that have different views. Not as far as our race is concerned. Like I said, I think we're mostly a white community. I think that is changing quite a bit. Honestly, I mean, I'm a white guy, so I can't really say from the perspective of someone who's Black or Hispanic. But I do have friends who are Black and Hispanic, and mostly, there's really not any issues. This is not a big city where there's a lot of crime and a lot of hatred, really. Bend is a good place to be. It's not for everybody, but I think that what you have to do is you have to come here and you have to check it out for yourself. Bottom line is, you have to come and see what it's like. That's what we did before there was social media, before we really had great smartphones. We didn't have Facebook. We just came and we wanted to experience it for ourselves because that was the only option at the time. That's what I recommend that you do. Come and experience a couple of days or a week or a month in Bend and see what you think. Now, if you decide to do that, I would love to meet with you and just visit, have a cup of coffee, have breakfast together. And if you have time, I'll show you around. We can talk about all the ins and outs of Bend. I talk about this a little bit in my very first video that I made a few years ago. And so I've met so many people that way, so I hope that we can continue to do that. Feel free to look in the description on my video, give me a call, email me. Please call me before you come so that I make sure that I'm here to meet with you. But I would love to do that. Would love to connect with you. Subscribe to my videos so you can see I have a playlist of I don't know how many videos. Just really, I'm a realtor, so I mean, a lot of times I just show you my properties that I'm showing, and sometimes the neighborhoods, that kind of thing. But if you would like me to just be boots on the ground here for you, that's what I would hope to do. Just to have a real conversation. I always like to say that I don't sell real estate, although I am a realtor. I feel like Bend sells itself, and that my job is just introducing you to the community and my views and my insights on Bend, Oregon. And so that's what I would love to do. Hopefully we can connect and we can chit chat. Give me a call. My phone number should be in the drop down description. And watch some of my other videos. Love to connect with you. Hopefully soon. But whenever it works out for you to get into town, give me at least a month notice. That would be great. But if you just happen to be in town, give me a call and I'll do my best to connect with you. All right, Paul Frazier here. Thanks for listening. I hope to talk to you soon. Have a great